What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video today. So of course, as you can probably tell, I've not made a video in about 3 weeks, and that's because I've been on the move. I have been moving location, so now I'm in my new place in Miami, and maybe I'll upload some videos in regards to that. But yeah, that's why I've not been uploading on YouTube, but I have still been active in the markets. So to start off with, just want to kind of review how the last couple of weeks have panned out, how the beginning of June is looking, and what to expect for the rest of the month, and also just kind of review the plays I have taken in the couple weeks that I've been off YouTube but still trading. So to start off with, let's just have a look at the S&P 500, see where we are at in recent times. So I'm going to go, let's say, from around mid-end of May, we're around 4.1k. We've moved up all the way to 4.2, and it's been a pretty impressive run. We had a bit of consolidation for a few days towards the end of May, and we started off June flying. So it's been a good start to the month. Now, let me scroll through a couple of articles. Okay, so we've got the news about the debt ceiling. So yeah, the debt ceiling news has kind of helped the markets push. We do know that pretty much the main earnings season is over and done with now. So we're kind of focused on the next Fed meetings instead, and also kind of what's happening with AI. And let me see. Is it time to buy the S&P 500's worst performing May stocks? Well, none of those interest me at this point. Let's jump onto TradingView. One thing I also wanted to clarify, guys, is earnings this week. You've got DocuSign, Neo, and GameStop, which are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think GameStop is Wednesday, DocuSign Thursday, Neo Friday. So keep those on your radar. But let me start off with the plays I've taken in the last couple of weeks.
All right.
So Roblox. Here we go. I took Roblox puts, not this week, but actually last week. It was struggling to break above the moving average, as you saw, and so I just decided to trade it down to the 9 and 21 moving averages. It was pretty simple, pretty effective. Came away with about 46%, and that was that. Now, you're seeing here on the daily chart a bit of a double bottom, so it kind of did give an indication of another opportunity to short this. I don't think it's done. Now, if we break below this moving average, we could see a lot more blood back to around 38.63. But for now, just kind of see if it does hold and start to test that level of resistance again, or if it does decide to sell off all the way. So keep Roblox on your radar just for puts or calls, mainly for puts. But let's see if it does test this level again, and then if it does break, we can see a nice push up to around $43. Now, there's a glaring stock we have to touch on because it's been on a crazy run the last 2 weeks. I think since last time I made a video, the mighty Tesla ran up all the way to 218 from lows of 166. It's just been flying, and now I think it's due a bit of a pullback to around 207, 208 before it uptrends again. In the Discord this week, a few people did trade Tesla, and I mentioned as well 216 was the price target after we reached 208, and we flew there in due time. So like I said, I'm expecting a bit of a pullback, maybe to around 210 before we uptrend again. And if not, you could see it push back down to the 200 level. But Tesla's definitely on the radar. Look at that beautiful recovery after it gapped down at earnings. The beautiful recovery. And now it's at a level which is pretty much resistance. Next up, Netflix. So what's happened with Netflix? Similar story to Tesla. What, we're now June the 4th. So since May the 4th, we've jumped up about 80 points. All the way to highs of 406 before downtrending again. As I told you multiple times, zoom out and look at Netflix. Look at Netflix. Where we were before. We were at 600, almost 700 in November 2021. We still have plenty more recovering to do. And let me zoom in for you. If you look at these daily candles, look at these long green candles. After these green candles, we are getting red days, but then we're pushing higher. It has caught momentum and it is just continuing to pick up steam. So expect those pullbacks, but expect those big green days again. Those green days are back for Netflix. So again, watch for a pullback, maybe 10, $12, and then another push up higher. It keeps making higher highs, guys. This is good, looking good for the calls. Let me jump over to ExxonMobil. Shout out Bob in the Discord for putting me on this one today. He said, look at the weekly chart and see the hammer candle. Let's see. All right. So, we are at a point where, so here's the hammer candle that he's talking about. And we're at a point where it could be time for it to push up again. We saw a similar instance in the past. And again, like I said, we could be trying to push up to that $119 price point. You know, we had a double top here, which saw us take puts. And now we're at a price point where it's a previous support as well on the weekly chart. Let's see the daily chart. Yeah, pretty much a strong support at 101. So we might drop down to that level. But on the other hand, we could also just start pushing here because on the daily chart, you see we've just closed above the moving averages. Just closed above the 9 and the 200. And we have potential to run now. Back-to-back green days for the first time in a while with ExxonMobil. And let me just check the sector overall. So overall, the energy sector, similar story, back-to-back green days for the first time since the middle of May. Breaking above the 9 and 21. Yeah, we could see that push up for the energy sector now. But I wouldn't get in too early. I'd say let it play out Monday, see what it's doing, and then maybe that'll be time for a nice long swing. Check the monthly chart. Right, monthly chart is still pretty bearish as of late, but hey, this could be the green month which kickstarts that run back up to the 90s. Right, let me show you a stock I traded this week in the Discord, Lyft. All right, with the $9 calls, and it duly ran much higher than $9. This is the ideal swing. I took only one trade this week. It was a swing trade, and as you can see, it paid off very well. It was not difficult to see. 9 and 21 day moving average crossing over. Stock just continuing to have those green days, steadily uptrending, breaking above the moving average on a daily chart. On a weekly chart, you see once it had that candle there, this is a strong indication that things were about to change from bearish to bullish. That candle right there. And as you see, that's exactly what happened. So we've been on the uptrend, and I see more potential upside for Lyft to around $10 level. So I took this one and I got over 200% returns. So did a lot of you in the Discord. So shout out to you guys. And hey, there's more upside potential. So if you missed it, you still have an opportunity to get in. Let's move over to the tech sector now. I'm going to go with AMD, which has been on a crazy run as of late. Last time I recorded a video, AMD was around, I think, just under that $100 level, struggling to break. And Nvidia's great earnings just made it gap up. It pushed to highs of 130 before downtrending back to 9-day moving average here. And hey, if it holds, we can see another uptrend and get that $10, $12 run back up to $130, which I wouldn't be surprised about. And just like Netflix, if you zoom out, you can see we still have a long way to go to get back up to the 150s, 160s level. So I'm thinking with AMD, the long-term shares are a play here as well at this price point, as I've been saying, from $85, $90. But also, it looks like it could be just pulling back to around 116. So let's just keep our eyes out for that. Finished down 1% on Friday. No big deal, but yeah, just keep our eyes out to see how it pans out next few days. Another stock I wanted to look at, Alibaba, because we tanked all the way to lows of $78, but we started June a lot better. Picked up steam, and it looks like there's more upside potential. I'd say that $90 price point is my price target for it. And otherwise, if you don't like using the daily chart, use the weekly chart. Yep, we're still bearish, but we can still get those pushes up to the moving average as has happened before. Look how we wicked off the 21-day moving average earlier in May. Similar stuff can happen this week. Similar stuff can happen throughout the rest of this month. June looks like a little bit of a stronger month to begin with, but we're going to see when they announce the Fed rate hikes in the middle of the month. I think that's June 15th. How things are going to pan out. That might indicate a bit more of a downtrend. But for now, it looks like we've got that great start to the month that we wanted. A good push up to start the month. Will it be a bullish month? Who knows? We do have SPY almost at 430 though. It's just under my resistance level. QQQ. It's gone from, where was it? Under 300 in March, all the way to almost 356. Again, my resistance levels. Let's see what happens. If we break that 356 level, you can see my levels right there. That 363 is the next one up. So again, I'm still bullish for this week. I'd say bullish for the next 8 trading days. And then I'm intrigued to see how the market reacts as we go closer to the FOMC minutes in the middle of the month. So a quick check at the crypto. Wow. Consolidation to the max with Mara. And for Riot, consolidation to the max. So this is something I wouldn't be touching right now. I can tell you that for free. Lastly, let's look at NEO as they have earnings on Friday. Yeah, I'd be looking at NEO puts, to be honest. It looked like a double bottom here, but I don't completely think it is a double bottom, so I'll be looking at NEO puts. Last earnings, it dropped down. So that could be an indication of what happens this earnings as well. The earnings before that also dropped down. So yeah, like I said, NEO puts are on my radar. And apart from that, people, I'll just say trade what you see. Obviously in the Discord we do announce different stocks we're watching, different breakdowns, look at the different charts, all that good stuff, the usual. But at the same time, you can also just find your stocks, look at what you want to look at and trade what you see. UPST is another one of those stocks we trade in Discord quite often. And yeah, like I said, come check out the Discord, come see what we've got going on there. Make sure to drop a thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share, all the good stuff. And then if you haven't got the stock option starter pack, that's a group of 10 videos you can use. You have access to those for life, so come check it out. And all I'd say is, please guys, make sure you trade with money you can afford to lose. Don't risk anything crazy just for the sake of you trying to make a big buck in this market. It's not easy. We have had bullish momentum recently, which has helped, but it doesn't mean everything's still going to go your way and the way you expect it. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I might drop a little vlog and show you guys some of my new settings, where I'm living now, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully you guys do show support and continue to show support. Like I said, I've not forgotten about you guys. It's just been a busy period of time. But that's it from me today. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to drop a follow on all the socials as well. I got into making, you got me making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace. Game.